Hi, I'm Melissa Ray Hawley. Welcome to this special sneak preview of Melissa's World of Quilts. I'm in the middle of shooting the first season of the new generation of quilting shows, premiering on PBS in 2004. I wanted to tell you a little about the show and what we're going to do. In the years I've been working with textiles and colors, with fabrics and quilts, I've learned that good quilting doesn't have to be difficult, and that learning good quilting can be both so fulfilling and so much fun. So I've tried to create a program that has all of that and has, let me just show you. We'll take you to the best quilting locales from my hometown here in the Pacific Northwest to spots all over the world.
We'll see beautiful quilts.
We'll visit shops and festivals, take you behind the scenes, talk to interesting people. We will show you the proper and correct way to construct a quilt. Then I'm going to show you how to break all the rules. And don't forget the pet peeves. Every show includes a pet peeves segment, complete with pet, where we talk about the vexations and exasperations we deal with in quilting. Every show has projects and guests and travel and something new to see or learn. We're still getting started on our first season. The studio set where we will do most of our demonstrations and projects is still being built, which means there is still time to participate and have your products and educators featured. We're shooting right now, and we hope that you'll get involved. Here's a little bit more of what we'll have for you this season. Welcome to Melissa's World of Quilts. This week, I'm going to show you how to make my Happy New Year quilt. This time, we're going to make emerald fields. We'll embellish patchwork strips with ribbons, threads, and decorative stitching. Welcome to Melissa's World of Quilts. I'm showing you how to make my filbert tree quilt. In this fanciful interpretation of a tree from our orchard, the fun is in the details, with buttons, blossoms, and birdhouses. Welcome to Melissa's World of Quilts. We're going to make my fat quarter tote bag. This bag is so fun to make. Using 6 coordinating fat quarters, we'll create a tote bag that's both beautiful and useful. We're starting Cosmic Pumpkins. This fun quilt features great 3-dimensional applique and always gets rave reviews. Stay tuned. With me today is one of my dachshunds, George. He's a mini long-haired black and tan dapple. This boy knows exactly how I feel about unfinished projects. Either sew them or get them out of the house. What you doing, honey?
I'm just cleaning my rototiller. You know, it's really important to clean your equipment so it stays in good working order.
That is so true. It's the same with sewing machines. Cleaning your machine is important. Even Alvin knows that. He's a well-groomed little puppy dog. Now, when was the last time you cleaned your sewing machine? Remember back in home economics class? You were taught to clean it after every single project. I clean my sewing machine every day. I use a lint brush like this one. Sometimes these need replacing also. This simple step will avoid problems and keep your machine running smoothly. Welcome to my dream. Don't you all dream of having all the fabric you can ever use and more? Fabric is a quilter's palette. Fabric inspires us. Buying fabric makes us happy, and it's comforting to own lots of quality fabric. The more variety, the better your quilts are, and you know you always have the fabric when you need it. So make your dreams into reality. Get going and start building your stash. There are many ways to do bindings, but here's what I do. First, I trim the quilt, and I use a serpentine stitch to hold the 3 quilt layers together. I cut 3-inch wide strips and miter where the strips are joined. Press to make a double binding and stitch the binding to the front of the quilt. Then I join the ends in a continuous binding method. I stitch the binding to the back and miter the corners. Amelia, my 6-month-old puppy, just loves to swim with me every night. I suggest that you find an exercise that is right for you and get moving. You'll find that when you exercise, you actually have more energy, and more energy means more quilting. The more fit you are, the more you can sew. Remember to consult with a healthcare professional before starting any exercise program. Please visit our website for more ideas about exercise and ergonomics. Joining me today is my dachshund Amelia. She's the newest smooth mini black and tan to join our family. And we're here to tell you, don't be afraid of 3D applique. Amelia isn't. Are your quilts flat? Have you thought about 3-dimensional applique? This can be scary, but you do not have to be afraid. There are many techniques and we're going to cover all of them. 3-dimensional applique is fast, fun, and easy. I'm here with Sharon Yenter at her design studio in Seattle, Washington. So Sharon, when did you make the transition from a quilt shop owner to a fabric designer?
I had had my store probably 20 years, and one day one of the salesmen came in and I was going, oh, I don't like this, or this isn't going to work for this quilt. You know, as a quilter that yes. Everything has to make sense, and the patterns have to make sense to go with the quilt you want to make. So the salesman was listening to me, and pretty soon he was getting a little perturbed, and he said, well, then why don't you design it yourself?
So Sharon, what do you use for inspiration?
Oh, because I have this compulsive creativity, like I'll be at the opera or something and I'll be studying the carpet or studying the curtains or that kind of thing.
And so being here in Seattle, it's very inspirational. The colors?
Very much, because we're in the city, so there's a lot of activity and there's always something going on, and we even have sewer covers in Seattle that are designed with beautiful designs, totem poles, Indian designs, motifs, and so people, when they come to Seattle, they photograph the sewer covers.
So is that going to end up in a fabric line
someday? It might. There's a quilt book on that.
There's actually a quilt book on that. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Melissa's World of Quilts. Please join me next time when we put the finishing touches on cosmic pumpkins using many of your decorative machine stitches. See you next time, and remember, quilting will bring color and creativity into your world.